Globalcast MD, along with Cincinnati Children's Hospital, sharing knowledge to improve child health around the globe.
I'm Jill Kneprath with Stay Current MD. In this video series, we will be recapping some of the key highlights from our 13th annual update course in pediatric surgery. Today we're discussing central line management with Dr. Nathan Fagan.
The clinical scenario is a teenager with a left subclavian dual-lumen port. They have a history of a subclavian thrombus around that line that was successfully treated with heparin. The surgical team was consulted because the medial lumen won't flush.
The lateral lumen looks fine, but the medial lumen won't flush. Here's the chest x-ray, which is normal. So what would you do next?
They initially consulted the surgical team. Surgical team got a hold of me and, hey, let's do a dye study the same day, and I couldn't do it because I only have one room and the whole day with cases.
Here's some intra-procedural pictures. The image on the left shows that they've accessed both lumens, which look normal.
Picture on the right, I was pushing very hard to get contrast through, and there's just a little bit of contrast welling up around the port and in the pocket itself and not actually going to the reservoir.
So this ended up being a simple issue where the port just wasn't accessed properly.
Just wasn't accessed right. All I did was I re-accessed it and it worked and it flushed. Think about it. They were going to put the surgical team in a bad situation. The hematology oncology team wanted the port now, and so they set him up for a removal replace.
The patient could have gone through an unnecessary procedure just for a poorly accessed port. This also could have sacrificed future vascular access.
There was an ultrasound at some point that said, hey, there might be some narrowing around the port catheter itself. What happens in that scenario? If you just pull the port catheter out, you've now lost any potential access for us to work together to maintain it.
Let's talk about patients who are vasculopaths. What does the term vasculopath mean?
The patients who have no upper and lower central access, no normal access.
Since these patients have no traditional access left, how can interventional radiology help us restore access for these patients?
Something that we can do in interventional radiology is sharp recanalization of the SVC. The most basic way of doing this is ultrasound to look at the jugular vein, and then some combination of fluoro and ultrasound to guide a really tiny needle through the area of stenosis and through the SVC beyond the stenosis and into the right atrium.
Here on the left is an image of a contrast injection taken from above.
There's a little circle here, which is a target that the interventionalist is going to come from below, from the femoral vein, to try to drive a needle through that target to connect the two, balloonplasty stent, and then go ahead and place the line.
In summary, before removing a malfunctioning central line, ensure appropriate access first. For patients who have lost central venous access, consult interventional radiology to restore access using specialized techniques.